Greetings to my amazing, unbelievable V family all over the planet. This is your one and only, most eligible bachelor on the whole planet, your chief, Padman Senatiraja. Recording live from the Mayfair Hotel in London. Guys, I just spent an amazing 4 or 5 days in Sri Lanka with some amazing leaders from all over the world. And then I came over to London to spend some quality time with the one and only Dato Sri Vijay Ishwaran, to get my alignment, to get the hammering, to get the love, alright, to get the inspiration to rock 2016, guys. And from here, I go to Switzerland. Don't ask me why. Wherever Dato goes, I just follow. And then I come back to my favorite city, Dubai, and then back to Malaysia, finalizing all the preparation for the greatest event this year, VCon UAE. Guys, I'm not allowed to tell you what's happening, but this VCon UAE, we have some amazing guest speakers. We have some rock and rolling speakers, the V partners, AVPs, entertainment that's going to blow your mind. Bottom line, for all of you watching this Wednesday message, and you're unclear whether you should come to VCon, whether you should promote VCon, let me put all your doubts to rest. VCon is no longer a choice. It is a necessity. That you cannot grow to the next level without the exposure you get at VCon. That VCon is about opening your mind. Most importantly, opening your heart. And to help you understand that you don't belong to just a network marketing company in a network marketing industry. That you belong to a life-changing force. That you belong to an organization which I believe will become the strongest, most powerful network marketing organization the industry and world has ever seen. That's QNet and the V. Now, thinking about what to say at this Wednesday message, I spoke to the leaders in Sri Lanka about a topic that everyone doesn't talk about, because in network marketing we're not allowed to talk about certain things. And the topic I want to talk about this week is called fear. Alright, I believe fear has become a standard feeling, alright, a benchmark today in everyone. From the time you were born, you had zero fear. Zero fear. If you look at kids today, they're willing to do anything. They have no problem calling you fat or ugly, alright, or giving their opinions on anything. But as we grow, alright, fear starts to grow within all of us. And then we become afraid of making big decisions, of doing things out of our comfort zone. Now, I know you guys are warriors, as Dato Sri has built us to be warriors. But somewhere behind here, or somewhere deep down in your heart, there is fear. And a lot of networkers, a lot of leaders underestimate how that fear is holding them back. Alright? Like when prospects say no to your presentation, it doesn't make any sense. It's logical that every human being on the planet should sign up with QNet. Think about it. Alright? You get a great product and you have a chance and opportunity to be a max out king and queen. Which moron would say no to this? But think about it. They're not saying no to the opportunity, because it's illogical. It's the best opportunity in the world today. They're saying no out of fear, alright? And most of them say no because the first fear they have is doing something out of their comfort zone. Because our routine in life, whether in networking or before networking, has taken over our lives. That we are afraid to do something different. People are afraid to choose to study what they really want to study. They choose all the safe things to do in the university. People are afraid to move jobs. People are afraid to quit their job and become an entrepreneur. Alright? Because it's the fear of the unknown. That when you choose to become a networker, when you choose to become an entrepreneur, alright, your weekly commission is unknown. You can have a goal, you can be focused, but you never know what you're going to get every week. Whether it's $250 a week or whether it's $25,000 a week. But that fear is holding a lot of people back from becoming networkers. That fear is holding a lot of people back from taking that leap from employment to entrepreneurship, to finally take control of their life. Now that fear is within all of us. I know I look like I have zero fear, alright? But when I first started my journey, I was afraid of so many things. Going up on stage and holding a microphone, I had butterflies, dragons, dragonflies, and everything flying around in my stomach. I was shit scared of holding the microphone and going up on stage. My knees used to shake, all right? But today I overcame that fear. I have overcome that fear, all right? With Dato Sri holding my hand and understanding why I'm doing it. So when you do a presentation, recognize the fact that every question your prospect is asking is based on a fundamental emotion. So whether it's questions about corporate credibility, all right, it all comes from one root cause, that is fear. So when you assume you're answering the questions, you are not. You have to address that fear they have. So when I do presentations, I always do feel, felt, found. All right, because I know how they feel. Because that's exactly how I felt when I first started, but what I found out. So the key point is to address the core problem. The core problem is fear. So a prospect comes to you, sits down in a coffee shop, full of fear of the unknown. You need to address that, not directly. Don't look at the prospect and say, I know you're scared. Let me address your fears. Don't do that. They might freak out and think you belong to a cult. All right? But you need to focus on their fears by addressing what questions they are not asking you. See, the questions they're asking you is not the real questions in their mind. In their mind, they're asking, will I succeed? Will I lose my money? All right? Will I ever be rich in this business? All right? Does it work for me? They believe the industry works. There's enough proof that QNet and network marketing works over the past 100 years. So they're not morons. They just have too much fear, and you have to address that core question they are not asking you. All right? Because all questions that come out from their mouth is pre-decided by some common sense logic. The real questions, they never ask. Because no one wants to tell you, I'm afraid. All right? I'm not sure whether I'll succeed. The ego doesn't allow you to ask these kind of questions. Then when you start network marketing, there's new fears that appear. All right? That come from that root emotion, all right, called fear. Now, fear is your greatest enemy when you start network marketing. You're afraid to approach certain prospects. You're afraid to approach your uncle who's a multi-millionaire, assuming he's already got enough money. You're afraid to approach anyone in your office because you're afraid you're going to get fired for doing business in your office. You're afraid to talk to a complete stranger because you think the guy is going to punch you in the face. You understand? You're afraid, you're afraid, you're afraid, you're afraid. And then when you actually get the appointment to do a presentation, you automatically have that fear that the guy is not going to sign up. So all these fears may not show on your face, may not show in your presentation, but it's there, all right? And it projects negative energy. And nobody wants to sign up with somebody who is surrounded by energy of fear, all right? So you got to first address those fears in your mind, counsel your upline, all right? And your ultimate goal in network marketing is to no longer have fear, all right? So we are afraid of everything. We are afraid of people quitting the business. You're afraid of people joining and then changing their mind. You're afraid of people not doing presentation. You're afraid of people who are not going to do fine for. You're afraid of people who are going to just basically be negative about the whole concept. Then, in certain countries, you're afraid what your government is going to say about the business. You're afraid about negative articles in newspapers. You're afraid about Google. So think about it. You want to achieve financial freedom. You want thousands of people to follow you towards their financial freedom. You stand on stage and say, follow me, I am a warrior. But if you are surrounded by energy, negative energy of fear, people cannot connect with you. See, people don't follow you because of what you say. All right? You guys don't follow me because of what I say. You follow me because of how I make you feel. And how you feel when you listen to me. And what you see when you see me. And Dato Sri Vijay guided me many years ago that, Patman, to truly lead people, they must not see fear in you. They must not feel fear when you speak to them. So when you start this journey, if you are struggling to achieve your weekly goals, all right, if you're struggling to max out, it is not a technique problem. It's not a complan problem. It's not a product problem. It's not an upline problem. All right, guys? It's your fear that's holding you back. That you already assume that this week you're not going to get a check. You have sent a message out to the universe that you're afraid you're not going to achieve your goal this week. That simply translates into you not achieving your goal. So first thing you have to ask yourself is practice what I practice. I live my life with one mantra called the worst case scenario. Alright? To get that fear over and done with. What is the worst case scenario in life? What is your greatest, biggest freaking fear in life? That you die. Alright? It is the number one fear in the human race. Death. Alright? You cross the road, you look left and right. Alright? The plane has turbulence. Oh my God, I'm going to die. You understand? You go to the doctor, take a blood test, the doctor calls you and says, Mr. Senatiraja, I have to talk to you about something. First thing, cancer. Alright? I'm going to die. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Alright? Now I don't fear death. Alright? I've got over it. Do you understand? Because I have embraced the fact that the worst case scenario, I'm going to die one day. Alright? And I'm not going to think of it every day before it happens. Alright? I want to live life to the max, knowing that it could happen anytime. And I've embraced, alright, whether you call it God, religion, master plan, whatever you want to call it. I've embraced the fact that I'm going to be born and I'm going to be dying. These are two things guaranteed in life. Everything else, alright, you should have no fear. So if you embrace the worst case scenario of death and get it out of the way. Now in network marketing, what's your greatest fear? That you fail in the business? So be it. Alright? But is that fear going to stop you from trying? Is that fear going to stop you from going out and doing a presentation and pushing yourself every day? Then you will never succeed. So what's the worst case scenario in network marketing? You buy a product, you get an amazing QVI product, a watch, BioDisc, whatever you purchase. And then you talk to a few people, some say no, some say yes. After 1 year, you wake up in the morning and realize, this is not what I want to do. So what? Alright, it's still been a 1 year adventure, guys. You met new people. Alright, there is no such thing as failure in network marketing. You cannot fail until you give up. So the day you choose to give up, that's the worst case scenario in network marketing. But until you decide to give up, your chances of success in QNet are equal to mine. Are equal to Arun Adlisati, Sachin, alright, Hamid, alright, Fofana, Tobing, Vasanta. Is the same equal opportunity. It doesn't change. But you see, when I signed up and I started networking, right, I didn't think of failure. I only focused on success. And your mind automatically aligns everything to be success focused. So this is your greatest enemy. You know? Fear is created by you. If it's created by you, it can be destroyed by you. This is the greatest lesson Dato Sri taught me. So if you are in a journey of networking right now, you know what's truly holding you back? Fear. Fear that you're not going to max out is stopping you from maxing out. Fear that the prospect will not sign up is stopping the prospect from signing up. Fear that you're not going to buy the Ferrari is stopping you from buying the Ferrari. So get rid of that fear. Embrace the worst case scenario in network marketing, which is what? Some people succeed in 1 year, some people take 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. And maybe you are destined to buy a Ferrari after 15 years. Alright, it's okay. You'll just be an older dude or dudette in a Ferrari. Alright, instead of going back to a job and being broke for the rest of your life. So think about it. What's truly holding you back is fear. Who created fear? You. So the bottom line, the only thing that is holding you back from maxing out and becoming truly successful in network marketing is yourself. Stop blaming everything. Stop blaming your environment. Stop blaming your downlines. Stop blaming your uplines. Stop blaming Google. Stop blaming the government. Stop blaming the newspaper. It is you. Because in any environment where you think you cannot succeed, I will bring you a networker who maxes out every week. In any country where you think you cannot build, I'll bring you a networker who builds that market to be the #1 market in QNet. So what does that prove? That two people in the same environment, one succeeds, one does not. What's holding this person back? His or her own fear.